everybody. Cindy and Gary here with Pathways Homestead.
Yeah, we're here today. We're south of our place a ways and running some errands, and we thought we would stop in and visit the Ingles Wilder Little House on the Prairie Museum.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd take y'all along today. We're sitting right now on a case for a hand-dug well, and they've built a wood last behind us, and we're kind of checking that out, and thought you guys might enjoy seeing the Ingles Wilder Little House on the Prairie. We as a young kid, I read these books, and they were a huge inspiration for my desire to homestead and for those kind of self-reliant things. I think you experienced the same thing.
Yep.
And then as we raised our kids and read them these books, they just loved them, and it's been a huge inspiration, among other things, but it's been a huge inspiration for us. And we have visited this site before, and it's always neat to look around, and so hope you all enjoyed as much as we did.
So like Gary said, this is the hand-dug well. The hand-dug well was one of their determining factors to help them figure out where to put the cabin and everything.
This is a horse-drawn two-row planter. I've actually used something similar that just hooked up to the 3-point of a tractor, but it's just a two-row planter. You put the seed in here, and there's a plate that goes around and around that drops seeds through this, down that, and this blade is cutting the furrow, and then the wheel's packing the dirt back over the top of it. And this is how this was used to plant a lot of corn in this part of the world.
Okay, this is the cabin that resembles. They tried to recreate the cabin as best as they could, but can you imagine 3 little girls and 2 adults in this little bitty tiny cabin? I mean, can you imagine? Look how big Gary is in here. Tiny, tiny. And to live in it for a year with your kids. They lived quite a while though out the back of a wagon. Quite a bit. I don't know. I don't remember from the books, there's nothing, but I would assume they had a loft. What do you think?
I don't know. In this size cabin, they might not have. They might not have.
This is just a recreation of what they think it was like.
And I'm going to guess this is a lot taller pitch than he actually built.
We got the shepherdess on the mantle.
If you think that traveling with your family in your SUV gets crowded, I want you to see the size of this wagon. A lot of times we think of wagons and think they're huge, but look at this. These wagons are small, and imagine going hundreds of miles with your wife and 3 kids at a top speed of 3 miles an hour and traveling with all your belongings in one of these. And having livestock you had to take care of out of it and everything. I think that's part of the reason that the original pioneers and homesteaders inspire me. They were just tough people. So I just thought you might, if you can see me, I'm pretty wide, but look, my elbows, I've been in bathroom stalls bigger than this. I mean, most of us in our houses right now, our bathrooms are bigger than this. Our beds are bigger than this wagon. And it's maybe 8 feet long. And it's not even 4 foot wide. It's probably a little over 3 feet wide and 3.5 feet wide, 8 feet long, 2.5 feet deep, 3 feet deep maybe.
This is the Wayside Post Office. Alright guys, you know how words have changed their spelling in our lifetime, you know, like catch up and stuff like that? Let's see if we can get a close up of this coffee grinder here on the wall. Koffie, coffee for coffee grinder. Sounds good to me.
Price of the newspaper.
2 cents for a newspaper. In 1880, September 18th, 1880, the newspaper cost 2 cents. Oh, cool. A Virginia map. Very nice. I gotta get a picture of this rock. I gotta turn around because I'm upside down. 1939, somebody etched into that rock. That took a lot of time and effort right there. This school has a lot on Dr. Tan and a lot of information on Dr. Tan. And this, if you've read any of the books, Dr. Tan was their hero. He saved them whenever they got sick and contracted malaria, and Dr. Tan treated them. Their dog went out into the prairie and found him and brought him home to them. So Jack and Dr. Tan saved them. Schoolroom's pretty cool. You teachers, how would you like to have this classroom? Our children at our school get the opportunity when they are in the 3rd grade to go and have class at the one-room school classroom at number 8 school outside of our town where we live, to go and have one day that they have class like our ancestors would have had in one-room schoolrooms. And it's pretty fun, pretty neat to do. Super, super cool. Let me go in here. Got McGuffey readers in here. And some of the toys the kids may have played with. And an old map. And an old potbelly stove. $1.25 an acre is what Congress paid the Osage in 1871 to buy their diminishing reserve. Can you believe that? $1.25 an acre for land that now runs $2,000 to $3,000 an acre, depending on the size of the property. Isn't that something? Inflation, I guess. Lots of books and memorabilia and souvenirs. Some local products, jam, soaps, candles.
Did you see this, baby?
Oh. Jill Winger's book. Right, everybody, thanks for coming along with us as we toured the Little House on the Prairie Museum. If you are down here near Independence or even up near Bartlesville, it is worth the drive to come on over and see this fabulous piece of history.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed getting to look at the old buildings and the different equipment and stuff, and I always get inspired by seeing what the early homesteaders really went through, and it makes our trying to get an electric pump working seem a whole lot easier, or trying to keep a truck running. It makes it seem a lot more doable, and so hope you guys enjoyed that.
And since we're both descendants of homesteaders,
of
Oklahoma homesteaders that were searching for similar dreams as Paul on Little House on the Prairie, then we really can get a touch of our roots here and see what our ancestors wanted and to achieve for their kids, and to carry on that little bit of that dream is pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching, and we pray you have a blessed day.